Whether you're running a bass boat, fishing kayak, or center console, you just dropped $3 grand on a state-of-the-art Fishfinder. The salesman promised it would revolutionize your fishing experience. Fast forward 3 years and 2 months, just past warranty expiration, and suddenly your screen goes black. The repair quote comes back at $950 for a unit that's now worth maybe $400. Sound familiar? You've just experienced what I call the marine electronics scam, and it's built right into the foundation of this industry. These three marine electronics giants control a $7 billion market and have perfected the art of making your expensive Fishfinder worthless in exactly 3 years. What I'm about to show you will change how you think about buying marine electronics forever. The global marine electronics market hit $6.66 billion in 2024, with projections reaching nearly $10 billion by 2030. That's explosive growth. But here's the kicker. It's not being driven by new boat buyers. It's being fueled by replacement purchases from frustrated boat owners like you who keep getting trapped in this cycle. The big three players, Garmin, Lowrance, and Humminbird, have this down to a science. They've created what industry insiders quietly call the 3-year replacement cycle, and it's making them billions while emptying your wallet. While competitors like Raymarine and Furuno offer alternatives in the recreational and commercial markets respectively, the big three dominate through this same calculated approach. Here's how the scam works. First, they hook you with cutting-edge features. Garmin launches LiveScope technology that literally shows fish swimming in real time. Game changer, right? Suddenly, Lowrance counters with Active Target, and Humminbird drops Mega Live. This forward-facing sonar technology represents the latest evolution in live sonar, and each promises to be the ultimate fishing advantage you can't live without. But here's what they don't tell you during that glossy sales presentation. These Fishfinder/chart plotter combo units contain built-in failure points that activate like clockwork around the 3-year mark. It's not accidental. It's engineered obsolescence. Take the most common failure, screen death. One day you're scanning structure, the next day you're staring at a black screen. The backlight mysteriously stops working. You can actually see the display if you shine a flashlight on it, but good luck using that on the water. This particular failure pattern is so common that repair shops have nicknamed it the 3-year blackout. Then there's transducer failure. That expensive piece of hardware, whether it's transom-mounted, through-hull, or integrated with your trolling motor, gets designed with connection points that corrode at predictable rates. The cables use materials that degrade under marine conditions. When it fails, you're not just looking at a transducer replacement. You're looking at compatibility issues that force you toward a complete system upgrade. This is especially problematic with modern boat networking systems, where your Fishfinder connects to your trolling motor through technologies like Garmin's Force, Minn Kota's Ultrex, or Lowrance's Ghost. When one component fails, it often breaks the entire one-boat network ecosystem, forcing multiple expensive replacements. But the real genius of this scam lies in the software. Modern Fishfinders aren't just hardware anymore. They're sophisticated computers that depend on regular software updates. Here's where it gets sinister. After about 3 years, manufacturers start dropping support for older models. No more updates means no more bug fixes, no compatibility with new mapping cards like Navionics or LakeMaster, and eventually, no functionality with newer transducers or networking equipment. Let me give you some real numbers that'll make your blood boil. A customer recently told me about his 3-year-old Humminbird Helix 10, 6 months out of warranty. Repair estimate came in at $450. The unit was worth maybe $300 used. Another boat owner sent his $650 Fishfinder to Furuno after less than 2 years. Their repair quote? $500 plus shipping. But hey, they'd sell him a new similar model for just $700. This isn't coincidence, it's calculation. The repair costs are deliberately set to make replacement seem like the logical choice. It's psychological manipulation disguised as customer service. The warranty periods tell the whole story. Most manufacturers offer 2 to 3 years on parts and labor, with 90 days to 6 months on repairs. Notice anything? They're basically telling you exactly how long they expect their products to last. Some offer extended warranties that push screen coverage to 8 years. But at what cost? You're essentially buying insurance against their own planned obsolescence. Now, the industry will argue that technology advances so fast that you want to upgrade anyway. Why repair old technology when newer units are so much better? But that's exactly the trap they've set. They create artificial advancement cycles that make your perfectly functional 3-year-old unit seem obsolete. Here's what really happened. In 2005, Humminbird introduced side imaging that was genuinely revolutionary. This technology was so advanced, it changed fishing forever. But instead of refining and perfecting this breakthrough, the industry shifted into a pattern of incremental improvements packaged as revolutionary upgrades. Each year brings slightly better resolution, marginally improved processing, or new networking features that require complete system replacements. The patent wars between these companies reveal another layer of this scam. From 2010 to 2019, Garmin, Lowrance, and Humminbird were locked in continuous legal battles over sonar patents. Garmin was forced to pay Navico $38 million for patent infringement. But here's the twist. These lawsuits actually benefited the industry by creating artificial scarcity and forced upgrades. When Garmin had to stop selling downView technology in the US, they introduced ClearView as a replacement. But ClearView was deliberately crippled. It actually couldn't see objects directly beneath your boat because they removed the down-facing transducer element to avoid the patent. Outside the US, where the patents didn't apply, ClearView included the full functionality. American consumers got the inferior version at the same price. The environmental cost of this scam is staggering. We generate 50 million metric tons of electronic waste annually, and marine electronics contribute significantly to this problem. These aren't phones that people upgrade voluntarily. These are expensive tools that should last decades but are designed to fail. But there's hope, and it's coming from an unexpected direction. The right-to-repair movement is gaining serious momentum. The European Union passed the EU Right-to-Repair Directive in 2024 that mandates manufacturers ensure spare parts availability at reasonable prices. Canada became the first country to pass national right-to-repair legislation in November 2024. In the US, all 50 states have introduced right-to-repair bills. France went even further, passing a law that allows judges to fine companies up to 5% of their annual sales for deliberately shortening product lifespans. Imagine if Garmin faced a $300 million fine for planned obsolescence. You'd see their design philosophy change overnight. Here's what you can do to fight back. First, buy units with the longest warranties available and actually read the fine print. Second, find independent repair shops like Seatronics that specialize in marine electronics. These guys can often fix your unit for a fraction of manufacturer quotes because they're not trying to sell you a replacement. Third, demand better from manufacturers. When you're shopping, ask pointed questions about software support timelines. How long will they provide updates? What's their policy on spare parts availability? Make them put answers in writing. Most importantly, vote with your wallet. Some manufacturers are starting to respond to consumer pressure. Garmin's new Recon trolling motor has 70% of its components designed for easy replacement with basic tools. It's not much, but it's a start. The marine electronics scam thrives on consumer ignorance and acceptance. They're counting on you to shrug off that $3,000 loss and buy the next shiny upgrade. But once you understand their game, you can play it differently. Your expensive Fishfinder doesn't have to die in 3 years. With the right knowledge, maintenance, and repair resources, these units can function for a decade or more. The technology hasn't fundamentally changed that much. It's the business model that's rotten. The next time a salesman tells you about the latest revolutionary sonar technology, remember this. The biggest revolution would be a Fishfinder that lasts as long as your boat. Until manufacturers deliver that, You're not buying marine electronics, you're renting them at an outrageous rate. The 3-year death sentence isn't inevitable. It's a choice these companies make every day. And now that you know their game, you can choose differently too.